పల్లెటూరులో
Okay, dear students, is it visible? Yes. Is it visible and audible? Okay, today's topic is on the introduction to branch and bonding technique. So we have the general method, general method. See the syllabus in branch and bond. We have the unit 5, branch and bond. The method, least cost LC search, least cost search. The 15 puzzle problem. An example, cost control abstraction for linear cost search. Bounding, first in first out, branch and bound. Least cost, branch and bound. 0 or 1, knapsack problem. Least cost, branch and bound. Solution, first in first out, branch and bound. Solution, traveling salesperson problem. Okay, these are the topics in our syllabus. First, we will see what is branch and bound, introduction, and the method, and the least cost search algorithm. So, overview is introduction on branch and bound. See, we have the branch and bound and how it differs from backtracking technique already explained. So, differences and generation of the both graph and search strategies. So, we have the terminologies and bounding functions, least cost search, algorithm, applications of branch and bound. So these are the topics we will cover. First of all, you should know about the what is branch and bound, what are the definition, concept, and all these things. So branch and bound, we are saying BB or B and B or B and B simply. So what is a branch and what is a bound? Branching means constructing the state space tree, whereas bound means we are using the bounding function, which may be upper bound or lower bound. Two functions, maximization for upper bound. For upper bound is used for maximization and lower bound is used for minimization. So we have the branch and bound. So you are constructing a state space tree in the case of branch, and you are considering the bounding function just like in our backtracking, so that we can consider the nodes based on the bounding function. So branch and bound is an algorithm design technique. Already explained some of the techniques like divide and conquer algorithm, dynamic programming algorithm, backtracking algorithm. Like this, we have the branch and bound technique. Okay, for discrete and combinational optimization problems. For the optimization problems, for solving the optimization problems, we are using the branch and bound technique, as well as mathematical optimization. So these are used for discrete and combinatorial optimization problems, as well as mathematical optimization techniques. So a branch and bound algorithm consists of a enumeration, systematic enumeration of candidate solutions by means of state space sets. Okay, the set of candidate solutions is thought of as forming a rooted tree. Rooted tree is formed with the full set at the root. So the algorithm explores branches of this tree. We are exploring the branches, which represents the subsets of the solution set. So we are constructing a state space tree. In that we are exploring the branches of this tree. So the branches, when you consider the path, we can say that is a subsets of the solution set. Before enumerating the candidate solutions of a branch, the branch is checked against upper and lower estimated bounds. What is the upper bound and what is the lower bound on the optimal solution, and is discarded if it cannot produce a better solution than the best one found so far by the algorithm. So if it cannot produce the better solution, then we can discard. We can discard. Okay, branch and bound differs from backtracking in two important manners. So we have the backtracking technique already explained. So what is the difference? So branch and bound is another method to systematically search a solution space. We are finding the solution. Just like backtracking, we will use bounding functions to avoid generating subtrees that don't contain an answer node. So we are using the bounding functions. Okay, these bounding functions already the concept is explained in the backtracking. In backtracking technique, we are using the bounding functions. So in the same way, in branch and bound also, we are using the bounding functions to avoid generating subtrees. So that don't contain an answer node. Suppose in a subtree, if there is no answer node, then you can avoid that particular case. However, branch and bound differs from the backtracking in two important points, two important manners. So we need to consider the difference. Since already we discussed about backtracking, now we are discussing about the branch and bound. Now what are the simple differences? So it has a branching function, which can be a depth first search, breadth first search, or based on bounding function. So maybe depth first search, or maybe breadth first search, or the bounding function is considered. It has a branching function. So whereas in backtracking we have the DFS type, DFS type branching function. So another point is it has a bounding function which goes far beyond the feasibility test as a mean to prune efficiently the searching tree. So we are using the bounding function. One is in the branch and bound, we are using one branching function. Second one is bounding function. So when it comes to bounding function, which goes far beyond the feasibility test as a means to prune efficiently the search tree. So whether that particular node can be expanded or not, you can use. we can consider the bounding function. Based on the bounding function, we can say that means this is like a feasibility test. We are connecting the test and pruning so efficiently the search tree, cutting the search tree if it is not reaching the solution. So branch and bound refers to all state space search methods in which all children of the E node are generated before any other live node becomes the E node. So in branch and bound refers to all state space sets. We are taking the all types of state space sets methods in which all children of the E node are generated before any other live node becomes the E node. Before considering any other live node, with the current E node, you can expand, you can explore. Uh, that is called exploring the in which all children of the E node are generated. We are generating the E node children. So generalization of both graph and graph search strategies. Okay, what are the graph search strategies? Searching techniques in the graph, we have breadth first search and depth first search, two types of searching techniques. Now we are generalizing these two searching techniques. So branch and bound is the generalization of both graph search strategies, BFS and DFS. So a BFS like state space search is called as FIFO. FIFO means first in first out. In which data structure we have first in first out queue data structure, we have the first in first out manner. So a BFS like state space search is called as FIFO search as the list of live nodes in a first in first out list or queue. So we are considering the queue that is a first in first out type list. Okay. So a BFS like state space search is called as FIFO search at the list of live nodes in a first in first out list or queue. So depth first search is like state space search. It is also a state space search is called as LIFO. In LIFO, last in first out search at the list of live nodes in a last in first out or stack. So when you consider graph search strategies, BFS, breadth first search, uses the queue, whereas depth first search uses the stack. So BFS uses the queue, so state space search is called as first in first out search, whereas depth first search uses stack, so state space search you can call as last in first out search. So branch and bound is the generalization of both graph search strategies, that is BFS and DFS. Now see the terminology in our graph search strategies. Say definition one, live node. Live node is a node that has been generated but whose children have not yet been generated. That is called live node. Just remember what is a live node. So live node is a node, that is also a node in the tree, state space tree, that has been generated, but whose children have not yet been generated. Children are not generated, but the node is generated. Okay, what is about definition 2? Definition 2 for E node. Definition 2 for E node. E node is a live node. E node is also a live node whose children are currently being explored. In other words, an E node is a node currently being expanded. Currently expanded node is the E node. Now see the definition 3. Definition 3 is an dead node. So what is a dead node? Dead node is a generated node that is not to be expanded or explored any further. Not expanded or explored. That means we are not creating any child nodes for the dead node. All children of a dead node have already been expanded. That means for the dead node, the children are already expanded. So no need to expand for the dead node. Okay, next a branch and bound refers to all state space search methods in which all children of an E node are generated before any other live node can become the E node. Now see the definition 5. Definition 5. The adjective heuristic. Heuristic means the adjective heuristic means related to improving problem solving performance as a noun. It is also used in regard to any method in regard to any method or trick used to improve the efficiency of a problem solving. So in this case, what is a heuristic? Heuristic is a discovering, newly discovered thing. We can simply say heuristics. So heuristics, like some simple techniques, so easily to solve the problem. So heuristic means related to improving problem solving performance. As a noun, as a noun, it is also used in regard to any method or trick. Heuristic is a trick or some method used to improve the efficiency of a problem solving problem. So efficiency of the problem solving capacity. But imperfect methods are not necessarily heuristics or vice versa. So heuristics improves the problem solving capacity. It is a trick, like a trick it will work. A heuristic rule or heuristic method is a rule of thumb. Heuristic method is a rule of thumb, a strategy, trick, simplification, or any other kind of if device which drastically limits search for solutions in large problem spaces. But heuristics don't guarantee optimal solutions. That means minimum cost solution or maximum cost solution, maximum profitable solution. There is no guarantee. But heuristics can solve the problems. They do not guarantee any solution at all. Sometimes they are not guaranteeing also for the solution. A useful heuristic offers solutions which are good enough most of the time. Many times it will offer good solution, a heuristic function. Now see the least cost search concept. In both LIFO and FIFO, LIFO means last in first out. That is like a stack. FIFO means first in first out in case of queues. So in both LIFO and FIFO, branch and bound the selection rule for the next E node in rigid and blind. So the selection rule for the next E node does not give any preference to a node that has a very good chance of getting the search to an answer node quickly. That means, suppose in a state space tree, from the root node, we have many paths. Out of these paths, some paths will give the solution at a fast rate. So, such a path to be selected. But in BFS or in DFS, that is in LIFO or in FIFO, it will not give a better path at a fast rate. So the selection rule for the next node does not give any preference to a node that has a very good chance of getting the search to an answer node quickly. You will not get the answer quickly. Sometimes you may get, sometimes you may not get. Since these are like a brute force methods. The search for an answer node can be speeded up by using an intelligent ranking function. We are using the intelligent ranking function. By using that, we can search at a fast rate. CF dot for live nodes. Okay, the next E node is selected on the basis of this ranking function. Based on this ranking function, next E node is selected. Okay, the node X is assigned a rank for a node X. For a node, we are assigning the rankings. Based on that, we can expand the E nodes so that you can reach the solution at a faster rate. The search for an answer node can often be speeded up by using an intelligent ranking function already given. What is okay? Intelligent ranking function used for live nodes. So the next E node is selected on the basis of this ranking function. This ranking function, the next E node is selected. We are selecting the next E node. If in the four queens example problem, four queens example, we use a ranking function that assigns node 30 a better rank than all other live nodes. then node 30 will become the E node following node 29. The remaining live nodes will never become E nodes as the expansion of node 30 results in the generation of an answer node. The node X is assigned a rank using C of X is equals to f of h of x plus g of x. Search algorithms usually rank nodes only on the basis of an estimate g of their cost. Estimate g of their cost. Let g of x be an estimate of the additional effort needed to reach an answer node from x. From x, if we want to reach an answer node, then what is the estimate of additional effort needed? How much amount of effort is needed to reach your answer node or goal node from the node x? From the node x. Node x is assigned a rank using a function c dot. By using this function c, node x is assigned a rank such that c of x. What is c of x? Is equals to f of h of x plus g of x. So here g of x is a estimate. Okay. Now see where c of x is the cost of x. Cost of x. What is the cost? C of x is the cost of x. H of x is the cost of reaching x from the root node. రూట్ నుంచి ఆ ఎక్స్ అనే నోడ్కి రీచ్ అవడానికి ఎంత కాస్ట్ అవుతుంది? దట్ ఈస్ హెచ్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్. అండ్ ఎఫ్ ఈజ్ ఎనీ నాన్ డిక్రీజింగ్ ఫంక్షన్. ఎఫ్ ఈజ్ ఏ నాన్ డిక్రీజింగ్ ఫంక్షన్. దట్ ఈజ్ ఏ increasing function. Okay. So h of x means cost of reaching x from the root node. F is a non-decreasing function. And g of x is a, what is g of x? That is an estimate of the additional effort, needed to reach an answer node from x. So C of x is equals to f of h of x plus g of x. So what is g of x? That is the estimated cost, estimated addition effort needed. That is the estimated cost. Okay. Now, at first, we may doubt the usefulness of using an f of dot other than f of h of x is equal to 0 for all h of x. For all h of x values, we are considering f of h of x equal to 0 other than f of h of x equal to 0. So we can justify such an f of dot f, that is f function, on the grounds that the effort already expended in reaching the live nodes cannot be reduced. The effort already expended. So reaching the live node for our node. So cannot be reduced. That particular effort is not reduced. And all we are concerned with now is minimizing the additional effort we spend to find an answer node. To find an answer node, what is the additional effort needed? That additional effort we can minimize. Will now concerned with now is minimizing the additional effort we spend to find an answer. So hence the effort already expended need not be considered. So here when you consider, we have two parts. We have two parts in the function. See here we have two parts. C of x is equals to f of h of x plus g of x. G of x is the additional cost, estimate of the additional effort, or addition estimate of additional cost. F of h of x is the cost of reaching x from the root node. This is already calculated, already spent the effort. So this you can't change f of x, but we need to minimize the g of x, second function. Okay. So using f of dot equal to 0 usually biases the search algorithm to make deep probes into the search tree. So to see this, note that we would normally expect g of y less than or equal to g of x for y. g of x, g of y less than or equal to g of x, g of y less than or equal to g of x for y, and a child of x. Y is a child of x. Now we are considering g of x and g of y. g of y less than or equal to g of x. Hence, following x comma y will become the e node. Then the one of y's children will become the e node. Next one of y's grandchildren will become the e node, and so on. So nodes in subtree other than the subtree x will not get generated until the subtree x is fully searched. This would not be a cause for concern If g of x were the true cost of x, then we would not wish to explore the remaining subtrees in any case. So a search strategy that uses a cost function c of x is equal to f of h of x plus g of x. G of x is the what is g of x and what is f of h of x. Okay. So simply see, we have the first node. For example, this is the root node. This is the x node. This is solution node. From root node to x node, what is the amount you expended? Amount that is effort you incurred or invested. That is f of h of x. Whereas the additional cost from x to g of x to solution node, that is a g of x. Additional cost, additional effort needed, that is g of x. So f of h of x plus g of x to select the next e node would always choose for its next e node a live node with least c is called a linear cost search. So I think all of you understand what is a linear cost search. So what we are doing here, select the next node e node, next e node would always choose for its next e node a live node with least cost. Least cost live node we are always selecting. So E is called a least cost search. So breadth first search and depth first search. Already you know graph search strategies are special cases of the linear cost search. Those are the special cases of the linear cost search. If g of x is equal to 0 and f of h of x is equal to level of node x, these are the two cases when you consider. Then a least cost search generates nodes by levels. By levels, it will generate the nodes. So this is eventually the same as a breadth first search. If h of x is equal to 0, f of h of x is equal to 0, already spent, that is 0. And essentially a D search, it becomes the D search. So g of x is greater than g of y whenever y is a child of x. Okay, x is the parent and y is the child. You are performing what is the additional cost for reaching y and what is the additional cost, additional effort needed to reach x. So y is the child of x Okay, X is the parent, Y is the child, then estimated cost, and compare the parent cost is greater than the child cost. Then the search is essentially a D search. It becomes the depth first search. An LC search coupled with bounding functions is called an LC branch and bound search. That means in the least cost search, you are considering bounding function also. When you consider least cost search and bounding function together, that is least cost search coupled with bounding function means when you consider least cost search along with the bounding function, then it is called an LC branch and bound search. Then we can say this one is a LC, that is least cost search, bounding search. We associate a cost C of X with each node X in the state space tree. So it is not possible to easily compute the function C of X. So we compute a estimate C of X of C of X. Estimate C of X we can calculate. Okay. Control abstraction for least cost sets. We will continue in next class. Okay, thank you students. The class is completed. If you have any doubts, please send the message in the chat box. Or you can unmute yourself and we can discuss the subject on your doubts. Okay, thank you dear students. The class is completed.